Hello guys again. Definitely need to shave my face. It seems like it is already more than enough hairs on the face. Eee! Oh, so we just stopped developing in this way. You will be. Oh, I feel better now than like I did at the first time when I started today doing streaming. Developing this way, you will be thinking on the frequency of the wave of success, tuning into its parameters. Parameters. Thinking parameters. As a result, there will be more and more good news and life will be better. This is not a mysticism, and this is not a quality of the human psyche. That would be much more better and more convenient, more comfortable to use the voice which like you выделить. How to say this? You're not copy, but you... That's nice actually. Выделить. Highlight probably. No, highlighted. Select, of course, my gosh. Выделиться, you need to select a words. Psycho.
Psyche.
Key. Psyche, to filter information in different ways. Like when a pessimist looks. Where it is? Information different, like when a pessimist looks at the world through dark glasses. Glass. While an optimist looks at the world through rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored.
Psyche. Rose-colored. Rose-colored.
Rose-colored. Rose-colored. Pink.
Rose-colored.
Rose-coloring glasses.
Glasses.
This is reality. You are moving to the life track that correspond to the parameters of your thoughts. Being on good terms with yourself and the surrounding world. Be on good terms. I would never say like this. Being on good terms. Being on good terms with yourself and the surrounding world. Хорошем отношении с собой. Being on good terms with yourself. Being on good terms with yourself. and the surrounding world. You are transmitting harmonious emanation to the surrounding world. Emanation. Transmitting.
Transmitting.
Harmonious.
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 Emanation.
Emanation. An abstract but perceptible thing that issue or originates from a source. Thing that issues or originates from a source. She saw the insults as emanations of his own torture personally. She saw the insults. Harmonious emanation. An abstract or perceptible things that issue or originates from the source. But perceptible. Thing.
Issues.
That issues or originates.
Originate.
Things that issue or originate. Emanation.
Emanation.
Emanation. You are transmitting harmonious emanation to the surrounding world. You are creating around yourself an area of harmonious vibration where everything is turning out successfully. A positive attitude always leads to success and creation. Negativism. On the other hand, is always destructive and is always aimed at devastation. Kitty came. For example, there is a category of people who are looking for problems but not for their solution. They are always ready to discuss difficulties in a lively manner and find all kinds of new problems. Such people usually have trouble actually suggesting a real way out. Such people usually have trouble actually suggesting a real way out. Health trouble, actually. Suggesting a real way out.
Negativism.
Negativism. Negative. Actually suggesting a real way out. Way out. Выход из положения. Regarded an extremely unconventional. Unconventional.
Unconventional.
A real way out. Such people usually have trouble actually suggesting a real way out because from the very beginning they are tuned not to the solution itself, but to the search for more difficulties. Their fixation on the hunt for problem bring this in abundance. Their fixation on the hunt for problem brings. Fixation on the hunt. Они охотятся за проблемами. The fixation on the hunt for problems. On the hunt. Their fixation on the hunt. I'm just wondering why it is like there is no is. Their fixation is on the hunt. Why there is no is here? On the hunt for problem. Bring this in abundance, but the solution remains unsolved. The readiness to look for and criticize the bad sides of things always brings the corresponding fruits. Always bring the corresponding fruits. They always bring the corresponding fruits.
Corresponding.
Always bring the corresponding fruits.
Corresponding. Fruits.
Corresponding. Corresponding fruits. Соответствующие плоды. Bring the corresponding fruits. A great deal of harm but no benefit. A great deal of harm but no benefit. Deal of harm. A great deal of harm but no benefit. Look around and you will definitely find people like that. They are not especially good people or especially bad people. They are simply sitting firmly. Firmly. Firm. Firmly. Firmly. Fear.
Firmly.
Fur.
Firmly.
Like family. Like
Firmly.
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 They are simply sitting firmly on the hook of a destructive pendulum. Most people treat any unwanted event in their lives with hostility. Most people treat any unwanted event in their lives with hostility. Host. Firmly.
Hostility.
Treat any unwanted event with hostility. Most people treat any unwanted event in their lives with hostility. Hostile behavior, unfriendliness or opposition, their hostility to all outsiders. Outsiders. Their hostility to all outsiders. Okay, let's change like this hostility to this. Their hostility, it is easier to remember. To all outsiders, because outsiders is also new word. Usually an unwanted event in their lives with hostility. Usually an unwanted event to us is an event that is not part of your own or original script, and the opposite is also true. We only believe something to be successful if it is corresponds to our expectation. Let's say that a man misses his plane and is very upset about this. Little does he know that the plane is going to crash. Little does he know. Little does he know that the plane is going to crash. Like, he barely might suggest that the plane might be crushed. Мало ли он знает. Он не подозревает. Little does he know. Little does he know. He didn't even have any idea. Little does he know. Little does he know. Он даже не подозревает. Little does he know. Little does he know. that the plane is going to crash, but it can also be the other way around, when a man misses out on a fantastic opportunity just because it is not part of his plan, or it is simply inconceivable. Inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
They behave with an inconceivable cruelty. Not capable of bringing imagine or grasp mentally. Unbelievable. Inconceivable cruelty. Немыслимое преступление. Немыслимая жестокость. Cruelty. Inconceivable. Немыслимая жестокость. Inconceivable. Cruelty. It was not part of his plan, or it was simply inconceivable. The worse a person thinks about the surrounding world, the worse this world gets. The worse a person thinks about the surrounding world, the worse this world gets. At least for this person. The more he gets upset over his lack of success, the more failures will come his way. As a man sows, so shall he reap. As a man sows, so shall he reap. If a person chooses to live his life with a pessimistic view of things, then every day he will be practicing transurfing in reverse. He's sliding along the life track where real hell is waiting for him. Assume the position that is the exact opposite. Rejoice in your misfortunes, just out of spite. Несмотря ни на что. Just out of spite. Just out of spite. No matter what. Just out of spite. Назло. Try to find something useful in your problems. This is always possible. A glass is not a glass. Glass. Try to find something useful in your problem. This is always possible. A glass is not half empty, it is half full. There is a trivial saying, it is all for the best. It is all for the best. And it works like a charm. If that is what you really believe, you have to be stubborn. In maintaining your positive attitude, refusing old habits of always getting upset and depressed for any reason. Every misfortune is, at very least, a good lesson that makes you stronger and more experienced. More experienced. At the very least. Every misfortune, at the very least, a good lesson. At the very least. At the very least. At the very least. По крайней мере, at the very least. At the very least. Little does he know. At the very least, they need to alter his itinerary. At the very least, the past and reconciling with should offer hopes for a better future. At the very least. Every misfortune is at the very least a good lesson, at the very least. Every misfortune is at the very least a good lesson that makes you stronger and more experienced. Take joy in everything good that is happening in your world, and it will turn into pure paradise. Of course, this is a very unusual way of behaving, but your goal is also very unusual: to become a genie that grants his wishes. To become a genie. Grant his wishes. Воплощающий. Gene! Okay, I know who it is. Gene. Genie. That grant his wishes. Grant his wishes. To become a genie that grants his wishes. Interesting. Grants his wishes. I would say like fulfill his wishes, but grants his wishes. To become a genie. Genie. Acha. Jimmy. Acha. Do. Jimmy. How can you achieve this, Jimmy? To become a genie that grants his wishes. How can you achieve this using ordinary methods? Reacting positively is a difficult thing to do at first, because the old habit of reacting negatively to the undesired is strongly rooted in us. The main thing is to learn to remember that whenever an unfortunate event happens, it is a pendulum trying to hook you. As soon as you remember that you are able to make a conscious choice to give away your energy to the pendulum. As soon as you remember that you are able to make a conscious choice to give away your energy to the pendulum, having splashed out all of your negative emotions, or leave it empty-handed and thereby gain a victory, or leave it empty-handed. If you did remember the through or extinguishing the pendulum will already be easy. We always unconsciously give away our energies to the pendulum. As was already mentioned, pendulum pull is by the strings of our feelings. As we already mentioned, pendulums pull us by the string of our feelings and our habits from the lever that sets in motion the thought capture mechanism. Even after having read this chapter and having set the goal to remember the full game of the pendulum, the fall.
Foul.
The foul game of pendulum. The foul game. Foul. Foul. Capture having set the goal, remember the foul game of the pendulum. You will again react negatively to the unwanted. Then of course you will realize that in the moment you simply forgot about it and were acting unconsciously, out of habit. Nonetheless, as soon as you have remembered in time, the solution will be entirely under your control. You will smirk to yourself. Smirk. Smile in an irritatingly smug, conceited or silly way. You will smirk. Like smigaro. Smirk. You will smirk yourself. You will smirk. Ухмыльнуться. Эсмах. Where it is. Pendulum pull it by the string out of the feeling, and our habits form the lever that sets in motion in through capture mechanism. Even after having created this chapter and having set the goal to remember the foul game of the pendulum, you will again react negatively to the unwanted. Then of course you will realize that in that moment you simply forgot about it and were acting unconsciously out of habit. Nonetheless, as soon as you have remembered in time, the solution will be entirely under your control. You will smirk to yourself. Ah, it's you, pendulum. Where it won't be that easy. Well, it won't be that easy for you to hook me up this time. You are no longer a puppet or puppet on a string. Puppet.
Puppet.
Puppet on a string. Well, it won't be that easy for you to hook me up this time. You are no longer a puppet on a string. You are free to make the conscious decision of either accepting or rejecting the pendulum. If you use this method with a high level of persistence and determination, eventually the new habit will replace the old. But meanwhile, pendulum will try to get to you will try to get to you in every possible way. You will notice how, as if on purpose, a whole lot of annoying little nuances, is this like what nuances will start popping up in your life. Nuisance. Nuisance. A person, thing, or circumstance causing inconvenience or annoyance. Nuisance. The whole lot. A whole lot of annoying little nuisance will start popping up. Nuisance will start popping up in your life. A whole lot of annoying little nuisance. Nuisance will start popping up, всплывать in your life. Okay, let's add this stuff to here. Or I might be playing like PUBG today, probably. A whole lot of annoying little nuisance, trouble, nuisance, unpleasantness, annoyance, mess, disappointment. Nuisance will start popping up in your life. Don't despair, because the problem will mostly be of a petty kind. Because the problem will mostly be of a petty kind. How am I supposed to know what does a petty kind mean? Petty kind. Petty kind. Like little. Petty.
petty,
Petty kind. Petty kind, milky. Because the problem will be mostly be of a petty kind. If you won't give up, and if you will learn to remember, your victory will be very impressive. You will see. And this is what could happen. Next time you encounter the wave of success, a pendulum won't be able to carry you away from it. Hence, the bird of happiness will stay in your hands. And in order to lure it in, you must give off positive energy all around you. Give off. Like represent. Give off. You must give off positive energy from you all around you. Распространять. Like spread. Give off positive energy. Radiate. Give off. There is another word was also a synonym of all of this. Give off. You must give off positive energy. Give off. That is, you should not only be an exclusively positive receiver. You must give off positive energy all around you. That is, you should not only be exclusively positive receiver, but a positive transmitter as well. As a result, the world around you will be changed very quickly for the better. That's the hello. I don't know how it is going, seems that I don't know million and billion words in this book, in this specific book. Need to learn them all. It is a little bit stressful to realize how actually many words I still need to learn, especially when I'm trying to see definition of the world, of the words, yes, and I see another ton of words which I also don't know, which trying me to explain what that word mean. This is the most terrible stuff to this point, but I'm not desperate. I believe that I will learn them all. I have enough time now to learn it. That's a great attitude to have. Yeah, it seems this way. But from time to time it is little different feeling. Hopefully I'm not distracted. No. You just give me time to relax out of the book. You are not distracting me at all, because from time to time I need this little pause to make my brain rest just a little bit. It's absolutely okay. I'm just wondering how you guys like found the channel. I literally don't understand. Because like the category of just chatting is like very huge. And to find me like on the bottom of that page is very hard work, I would say. And somehow when I'm reading, like it is more people to join and say anything to the chat than I'm playing the game. This is the most magic stuff in my stream. I'm actually kind of fun activity for me. Every once in a while, like once in a few months, I go into a random category, go to the lost viewer and find interesting people to talk to. Holy shit. I'm usually don't do much Twitch aside from that. Interesting. I never had this attitude to the Twitch. I mostly watch the same persons who I'm already like know well, and I'm just enjoy watching. And like you already like get used to the people you watch, so. But it might be interesting attitude for you probably, because as you told, you are not here, you are not spending a ton of time on Twitch, so for you like it doesn't matter to watch the same person or every time just a random one. It is like watching a TV but with the opportunity to have conversation with, because most popular streamers usually not communicating with the chat at all. I usually don't watch Twitch at all, no time for that, but I understand the feeling. Okay. That's nice. And what actually like bring you to here? The size of my webcam? Like because the picture is large? Or you just saw a text and decided to see? Or my like topic in description? What actually like take your attention so you decide to click on the icon with my stream? Bird. Hence, the bird of happiness will stay in our hands. I saw the channel description and found it interesting. I like meeting people that try to better themselves in whatever area. You mean not like the description of the channel, because there is like information about that. I'm mostly FPS shooter player and sometimes I reading, but that is like bullshit or trash or something like that. You just like learning through the reading, probably that one just grab your attention, took attention of you. I like meeting people that try better themselves. I'm in the topic. Okay, topic. Yeah. Because my description of the channel is trash too. I need to get rid of this like label here. It is in noise all the time. But it is hard to make this place clear without how it calls последствия. Oh, I don't remember this word. Последствия, consequence, without последствия. Тяжело избавиться от ярлыка без последствий. Consequences. Hard to get rid of the label without consequences.
Consequences.
If I heard this word, you literally might break your tongue saying that. Consequences.
Consequences.
Get rid of the label without consequences.
Consequences.
Consequences. It's like you, the English is your mother tongue language, or you just have it learned. Like there is a ton of people who joined, like, and have the English as a second language. Everyone seems smarter. Like, it also seems like they know it well, very well. I'm spending a lot of time actually learning English, but oh no, I'm Russian as well. But I have been studying English for a long time by now. Okay, so I'm rather good with it. See, like, I actually can't recognize if the English is your second language or like the first one. Oh, this is nice. And, I literally like spent a lot of time studying, but it seems the results become better like with a very little speed. I hope now, because I'm pushing reading much more, I hope like in 5 months I will see different results. I want to see more progression in that. My speaking English is not as good, but accent is horrible. I don't even care about the accent. I don't want to do any reduction or trying to refuse it. No, refuse different word. Reduction, yeah. I don't want to do any activity when it comes to reduction accent. It might be like a feature. Like some people like gotcha, got you. Didn't you? Like adding this like j sounds. I don't care about this one at all. I just want to sound intelligent, like to find a lot of synonyms and like make my speech more rich. For example, to give people the same idea but with a different voice words every time. That's actually my basic idea. And of course, like to express my thoughts freely. Because when I'm trying randomly to create some content, for example, if I need to comment some videos, pretending if like I'm on championship and commenting the game, there is like a lot of gaps and words which I don't know, and like it is also like hitting me when I'm trying like express freely and trying to relax. All the time I find obstacles, like, and I see I don't know how to say that, this, like different. But it is nice way to find out the empty spaces in your head and fulfill this with the new words. But that activity isn't comfortable at all, because you just want to feel free, like explain everything what is happening on the screen, but instead of it you just searching in Google how to say that and this. This is stressful a little bit and не позволяет раскрепоститься, how to say. You can't feel free. Does not allow liberation. What? Does not allow to be fully liberated. Now see? Showing freedom from social convention or traditional ideas, especially with regards to sexual roles. Holy shit.
Liberated.
See, you just come here and I already found a new word for myself. Nice. Does not allow to be fully liberated. I know like StarCraft, Wings of Liberty. Крылья свободные. Fully liberated. Nice one. I'm actually kind of okay. I saw okay. I'm Russian well, but I have been studying English for a long time by now. I'm just wondering, you have been studying it yourself, or you were in specific universe, and there you have been learning this, or just learn it yourself? This is huge difference probably. It is nice actually to have a person who might correct your mistakes. For example, if you have some questions and if you can immediately get answers, this is much more. I'm pretty sure it will save you from huge amount of the mistake. Because if you have nobody to say or nobody is correcting you, you just might get used to use wrong language, and it is in the future might be a problem to fix it because it might be sit in your head very deeply. This might be problem. Okay, and this is what could happen. Next time you encounter the wave of success, a pendulum would be able to carry away from it, and the bird of happiness will stay in your hands. And in order to lure it in, you must give off positive energy, like translate, transmute. And in order to lure it, you must give off positive energy all around you. That is, you should not only be an exclusively positive receiver, but a positive transmitter as well. As a result, the world around you will be changing very quickly for the better. You will be able to glide easy. My gosh. There have been a different way. There have been different ways. First, I studied it at school. I don't understand how like you can take any knowledge from the school, because I remember myself like I don't remember anything from school when it comes like to the knowledge, you know. I only remember fun time. Then my parents sent me for a month to a language school in London. Oh, that's how it works. Then I studied more in university and in additional courses. Holy. I also usually watch movies and other entertainment content in YouTube, in English, YouTube, Reddit, stuff like that. I also use English in my work, so I built a good English level over the years. Oh, I had a great English teacher at school, so it was my favorite subject. Yeah, actually when you are able to earn money using the language, so it also gives you additional motivation to become much better. Yeah, because if you're like able to provide life, like earning money using English, it is like absolutely very high level of English, and also like have very high level of motivations. Yeah, and also like experience in London might also give you motivation too, because you literally were using English like daily with real people. You heard or have heard English like during the day and see different culture on all the stuff. Because I weren't were anywhere. I wasn't anywhere. Like just studied, and I don't know how many times I've been using English with real people to communicate. The last 2 years I've been using my English with real men three times when I've been playing the game. That's it, and I just learn it and speak with nobody. This might be my mistake. Well, I don't use English at work primarily. I'm a programmer, so I use English whenever I need to read documentation on the programming language or a game engine I work on. And that's... yeah, practicing is important for learning a language. I can't say like I feel the same about the practicing. For example, you might exchange that activities actually. For example, I don't know, it is like very important to have real people to have conversation with. For example, if I'm just reading a lot and then I'm trying to apply this knowledge, for example, doing commentary like during the gameplay, like I'm also trying to express my thoughts, so I might seem it or I might find it equal as if I have conversation with real men. Because I don't know, when you're listening for the video like on YouTube, you mostly understand what the person says you. So you are recognize language. You just don't have to say it back like something to him. But if you like, for example, like a streamer who comments like gameplay, like most people do on Twitch, you just play and do your commentary to the game. So it might be equal as to have conversation with a real man. Of course, the game won't correct your mistakes, but mostly people who you have conversation with also not going to like pay attention to your mistake if you won't ask them to do this for you. It just might be, for example, you don't want to think that you are studying and just have conversation with the persons, like, and do not attitude that activity as like a studying. I mean, like you just call to the person and have fun. You are not considering this activity as you are learning something. This might be like additional positive stuff. It might be like an additional options. I think it is important to listen to people who speak English correctly from time to time, so that you would subconsciously pick up on their pattern of speech and correct yours. Yeah, but people also might be not that smart and they also might do mistakes. If we would talk about the men who live and like use English as a mother tongue, like in a daily basis, yeah, that might be true. But for example, if the other person who also have learned the language as a second one, he also might like do some mistakes which you also might pick up from him, and it might dive into your head like very, very deep. So I'm think all the options might be very good, but mostly the books have the better language, but it might be not real. Yeah, that's why I say that you should listen to people who speak English correctly. Like, okay. Speak English correctly, yeah, from time to time. Like professionals, yeah. Like listening for the interview, like who took like interview from Elon Musk? That was a meme in internet when he was smoking a planes. Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan. I like enjoy listening to him. He's like a professional one, and he has a huge amount of the guests on his show. But now he doesn't do any podcasts on YouTube because he is on, how this American TV calls now? Netflix. Yeah, he just joined Netflix and he didn't post any podcasts on YouTube anymore. Or I might be mistaken, but I didn't see a lot of new videos, new podcasts. Joe Rogan, yeah, is an amazing guy to listen to. Interesting to listen. True. So we will see how much. If I know, like from level to level in any activities in life, it takes. I just can't say that I know. I just watched for that information and in internet sources. They like pushing this information. Like each 500 hours spending on any activity just increase your level, whatever activity it is. So if we would count, like if I will spend no less than 4 hours per day, like reading, so in 5 months, it might be like another level. 10 days. Yeah, it's like even 4 months might be like pushing me to the next level. That would be nice. I just wish to read a page and see probably no more than one word per page. But now I like have to stop very often, like to find out what it means, or what this collocation, for example, means. As you might see, like on stream, there is like a list of them I already have written. Like sometimes when it is two words stay close to each other, like completely change the meaning of it. So you also need to memorize all this stuff. This is definitely will take some time to recognize all the possibilities with that word and with those collocations. Why are you learning English so hard? It is a hobby or something bigger? No, actually, like it is my hobby mostly. But I actually I've been listening books when I've been working. I worked at the cemetery like for 4 years, and during that period I was listening a lot of audiobooks and podcasts like daily. And after work, if I had time, I also was trying to read a little bit, but mostly I got so tired, so I skipped any activities. I didn't even play games because I was so tired. And now, on the November 10 or something like that, I quit the job. And I want also make English as my language which will bring me success in life. I won't like push it so hard in the future, start earning money, because like English give you more advantages in life. Right now I just accumulated some amount of the money, so I have time to sit home and do whatever I want. and I want to become better like at English and produce some video in the future, like we are creating some content. But for that content, because there is like millions and millions people like speak English, and you have more possibilities if you will create content, for example, in Russia or in English. You just might have the better count of viewers who might possibly watch the content if you will create it in English. This is why I don't even know which topic I want to create, like, and in which direction I'm going to развиваться, how to say, develop my future. But I definitely want to use English as the main language. We also have more competition in English. Competition isn't bad, actually. It might mean that you will push yourself better, so it is better to play against people who are really good, because you might much faster to get to their level. It is better be like average between who is like on top, than be the best when everyone is like a absolutely newbie, who also like have very terrible competitions if you will just use Russia. It depends what content you're going to provide. If the content might be interesting, it doesn't matter which language it would be. If it is bullshit, nobody will see it in Russia, and if it is bullshit, it is the same, nobody will watch it in English. So why not try to do it in English? I wanted to become a streamer on YouTube too back in the days, but I lack the charisma and showmanship for that, so I gave up quickly. Yeah, that's like the most problem. This is the most problem, because also like all the charisma is on my own language too. I'm also afraid of this. I'm not give up it, like I just started and I didn't create any content yet. I just like literally not that far, probably 1 week I'm just doing the stuff which I wanted like daily right now, start to read and trying to become better. But also like all my charisma and all this stuff is in my own language in Russia, because I can quickly and very fast express my thoughts without any thinking. There is no pauses between bullshit which I want to say. And all this meme and mentality of the peoples I'm also know very well. This is like, yeah, I'm also want to become like a streamer, YouTuber too, like, because this gives you opportunity not to be on one place. You might go whatever you want, and if you just have access, yes, access. If you have access to the internet, you might be wherever and you are still able to earn money, you know, to survive in this wild world. To become a streamer, yeah, or YouTuber. But there is like a ton stuff you still need to work out. You still not work out, especially раскрепощаться на камеру. Like fully liberated. Like this stuff, you know, when you sometimes want to do some shit like scream or doing something like very unusual for you. You don't want so people like watching your face. That's why all the time I want like to turn my cam off and start stream without camera, so just only voice we hear. You might like do whatever shit you want and nobody is watching you. But when the camera is on, I don't want like to see people. People see my face when I'm doing this stuff. It give me like unpleasant feeling, like little kid inside is saying no man, you don't want to, like, people blaming you for doing that. Okay, become a streamer. I'm not saying that being a streamer is bad, but other jobs can work Remotely too. Yeah, it is not easy to feel comfort in front of the camera. Yeah, true. But I also did a lot. Like I have huge progress. I have like an YouTube channel which is just only have the previous VODs which I have like this on Twitch. Like that channel is completely dead. There is just 5 people were following it, but there is no content. That's why that channel is dead. Like because it just keep VODs from Twitch. Like on Twitch nobody is watching, of course. On YouTube also not going to watch this activity. So, but if we would take my progress and compare, like it was 4 years ago as I started, and now, like it is huge difference, especially if we would take into account that I'm very unstable doing this stuff, because I might do 5 streams in a row, and then for example for 3 months I didn't do any streams at all because I was like consumed by my work, by my work. And like I just little by little, mostly even without the reading, just when listening the books, I was also increased the language, and like I start to feel better. Like during the stream my voice become better and louder, not probably better but more confident, because the first time I started like creating kind of content, you know, I was like barely saying any shit because I didn't want anybody were able to listen. What if I just do a lot of mistakes? I was like caring about this stuff a lot. Now I don't give a fuck about if I'm doing mistakes. I'm just trying to express my thoughts. But without camera, I'm telling you, I feel much better. I can like scream, do all this like stuff which I still not able. No, I'm able, like I have ability, but I feel uncomfortable. By the way, having camera is not really an obligatory condition. Yeah, it's true, but mostly to bring people to catch their attention, it is better to have it. It is just only exception, like very unique people who do this nowadays, who start from the scratch without camera. Like it is just few people might get. They might be very talented, or I don't know. There one YouTuber streamer named Soviet Boombi. Despite the name, despite he is British and he never used webcam, he just comment the gameplay, but he is very charismatic. Yes, and his editing skill are superb. So people love, yeah. By the way, if you like very professional at doing like something, and if you do it like on the level above than other guys do, of course you will find your niche and your audience. I have a lot of respect for him, of course. Well, yeah, I agree, those an exception people, yeah. It is better like to have everything, like the camera, the voice, the charisma. It just might give you more benefits, especially like I don't know, I might try, for example, to create second channel, yeah, and for example do stream there only for 2 hours per day, and like make little experiment, like completely brand new channel. I even might change my voice, like using some program, like make it more deep, for example. But I need to bring my language to another level, so I might be like completely like freely have conversation and just compare if my channel like this one won't rise like during the 5 months, like if there is like completely stopped on this level and like literally I will get less than 100 people, so it might mean my content and me is like doing 100% bullshit. If like nobody who is going through the channel and they do not consider as option to follow the channel like in came in the future, so it might be that you like doing bullshit content. And just compare, because I'm not going, for example, to read, I'm just reading to increase, and I don't expect people will follow because I'm doing this one. Like who cares about that I'm suffering here with like with the language? Like nobody cares. They want to see game mostly, like. And make a little experiment, create absolutely new channel, changed voice, turn off the camera, and like play the game which I'm mostly not play. So old people not come to my channel and have opportunity to recognize me, and see if with no come but with good English, for example, see how much channel have success, or it is like the same as your old channel where you have a camera and your old audience. Because on the channel with no camera you might express yourself more freely, you know, because you might be more brave to express the stuff, because nobody know who you are. You might tell whatever you want, you might like scream, jump, like bite, hit, and fart on the stream, like. I'm not going to do this, but I'm just telling, like, do whatever you can't imagine doing on the camera, because you want to be at the frame where you still like normal people, not a retard. Did I just randomly push on this field and I swapped my, like, the page of a pretty... no, I'm very close to the place I were. I agree, those yes. It is also interesting to try to speak only Russian on stream. Also like to create a secret channel, or instead of like or for example, yeah, to create content in Russia but with no camera, where I can like already use rich language, you know. This also might be interesting experiment. I still have a lot of options to test, so I just have my time now until my money done. I have time to do some experiments, and if my experiment will collapse, then I fucked up. Then I completely fucked up. Because I quit the place where actually I got decent amount of money. So it is better to have success here. Okay, Practical, if you won't give up and if you will learn to remember, your victory will be very impressive. You will see. And this is what could happen. Next time you encounter the wave, well, there is a lot of luck involved in this internet success, so I wish you luck. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, it might be a luck, especially when you just started. But if you will constantly, like daily, repeat this activity. I've been watching like that was a TED podcast, or how the TED show, where the man was telling, guys, we like lived in the time, yeah, TED talk, yeah, and there was like a guy who also was immigrated from Ukraine to United States, for example. I don't remember the country name, but it is not that I wanted to say. And he also like say, if you guys will put only for 4 videos per day on TikTok and Instagram during the 1 year, believe you or not, you will succeed and you might stop working your daily work. So because your channel will become big. But he also told like nobody of you who like listening this information after this show won't post even one video. So that's why I'm not afraid to tell this information to you, like, and I'm not consider you as my competitors. So if you would daily do this activity, sooner or later you will find your audience. There is no way that absolutely no one in this world won't be interested in your content. And if you will put your soul into that content, yeah, I'm not getting TikTok on IG anytime soon. Instagram anytime soon. Yeah, because you might be intelligent person, you know what? That's why you don't watch TikTok. I'm also like don't have even pre-installed, like installed TikTok, because this is just bullshit. You just spend your time watching as other people doing shit, like literally. It is not interesting at all. But we supposed to be realistic. If you want to be popular, you need to use all the tools which is like might provide you better life, for example, and might advertise you throughout the internet, especially when everyone is trying to become popular nowadays. So nobody wants to work in workshops. На заводах никто не хочет работать. Everyone want just success life, just creating video, like buying the best car, to have sex with the best girls and all this blah blah stuff, like have a luxury life. Everyone wants, yeah. It is better use all the possible advantages. Use all the platform which might bring you success. If you just will simply trying to become popular just through the Twitch without any creating additional content on different platforms, you have very little chance to be noticed by any who. It might be a chance if some big streamer will will do the raid, but the problem is because of lack of experience having that huge amount of people, like having that audience, you might lose them immediately, because most of the people will quit immediately, and other little percentage who will give you a chance to rise, you can't handle. You might have problem handling with those amount of the people and with the chat, because you didn't ever have this experience with that flow of message, and you like it is absolutely it might be new. It can be absolutely new experience for you, which might be very stressful, and it doesn't mean that you might catch their attention in the future. So they will watch you once and then leave you forever. Like one luck, for example, just an instance, or how it calls, Dr. Disrespect will advertise my channel, like, and do the raid. Tomorrow I'm not going to wake up as a popular man, because I don't know how to work with that amount of the people. It is better, like, step by step, to having 10 people on the stream and feel comfortable. Even right now, if I will have like 10 or 15 people active in the chat, I'm already would feel stress, because I will think all the time, oh, how can I like grab their attention so they won't leave the channel. I will have this stress already inside. And can you imagine how it might multiply if I will get 10,000 people, for example, immediately from nowhere? You might crap yourself like here, or just your heart will stop immediately. You will feel so scared. You wanted to stop stream immediately. It is better, like, step by step improving your content, get used to the audience you already have, like to have familiar faces in the chat who whatever situation is will stay with you. And like step by step, like to have 50 peoples, 100 peoples, and after that probably you already will see no difference between having literally like it is 1,000 people or 2,000 people already. But from the 0 point to the top one, you might not handle that stress, which will fall onto your shoulders. I don't know if it's possible to say it like that. Yeah. Very lot luck and all this internal savage luck. In TikTok. And this is what could happen next time you encounter the wave of success. A pendulum won't be able to carry you away from it. I actually like have a man who I followed. I so respect what he's doing. Like this one. It would be nice to have the same level of speech as he does. I'm from time to time watching his content. Interesting to watch. He discussing like a lot of the topic, also like reading Reddit, and mostly like play games as a background, just have conversation. He mostly like have interesting conversation, and the game serves him as a background, not just for creating content. Some kind of intelligent person. And this is what could happen next time you encounter the wave of success. A pendulum would be able to carry you away from it, hence the birds of happiness will stay in your hands, and in order to lure it in, you must give off positive energy all around you. That is, you should not only be exclusively positive receiver, but a positive transmitter as well. As a result, the world around... Hey, camera, can you just put me in the freaking center? As a result, the world around you will be changing very quickly for the better. You will be able to glide easily onto more and more successful life track. In the end, the wave of success will come to you, sweeping you along with it and bringing you directly to success. But don't be thinking that transurfing is only limited to glide on the wave of success. These are only the first step. Many more extraordinary discoveries are waiting ahead. Magic ritual. In conclusion of this chapter, let's look at one particular example where the method of funding or of tuning onto the frequency of the wave of success is used. In various situations, people sometimes unknowingly try to tune into the wave's frequency. For example, in the beginning of the day, sellers are prepared to give the first consumer a significant discount. They intuitively feel that the first customers is very important. It is necessary to get things going, to initiate. Where it is important, it is necessary to get things going, to initiate the trade, and once the first sale has been made, this can be achieved. In the language of transurfing, it means tuning into the frequency of a track for successful trending. It would be difficult to simply focus one's thoughts on the frequency, but the first customer gives real hope and faith, and the tuning thus happen on its own. The seller gets on the wave of successful trading and emanated through energy with corresponding parameters. The seller gets on the wave of success trading and emanates. Oh, I actually write down this word already. I have it like emanates, but I don't remember what it means. Our emanation. Emanates with the white, like emanate through energy with corresponding parameters. Проявляется. Emanate. Излучать. He himself believed that his goods will sell out quickly, and he needs only mention this to a customer, who then immediately gets caught by this radiation and obediently make the purchase. Obediently make the purchase by this radiation and obediently make the purchase, convinced that he got really lucky today. Let's take one more example. Market seller often perform a peculiar magic ritual. Peculiar. I'm just wondering, Dexter, if you're still here, for how long you've been trying to create content until the point you gave up with that idea, like YouTube and Twitch? You probably already like left. Just wondering how much it takes for you to realize that it is not your niche. Ah, you're still here, nice. I spent very little time on it. But you've been creating content using English or just speaking Russian? Like one or two. Oh. You used English. I spent very little time on it, okay. Like 1 or 2 streams I had a bad PC at the time. I was limited by that, so I was limited by that. So you didn't even try, like, you literally. So it might be, you still have an option, like, to continue. That would be, like, only отговорка. How to say отговорка? Excuse, yeah. It might be excuse if you like been trying your best like 1 year, for example, and you got absolutely like, and you was like pushing, creating content very hard, like, yes, I prepared the Twitch page and all started the stream, and it turned out that I dropped like 80% of the frames. Oh, people weren't even able to listen what you've been saying, because like well, maybe, but I kind of like what I do now, so I don't feel content to switching to content creation now. Yeah, that's the most important stuff in life, to find your place and like to love the stuff you're doing actually. Because right now I'm 32 and I can say I have like, I literally never were working in the place or at the place. This stuff I don't know. At the work which I actually got enjoy with. And I'm just wondering how it is to have like the work which you literally like wake up and want to do and getting money for it. Like that was like very nice feeling, if it might work. Yeah, that would be sick. I was very lucky to get into my dream company for the first my workplace. Yeah, this is nice. I'm telling you, like, I never got this experience. All the time, that was very hard working job where you're supposed to work outside, like it doesn't matter which is weather is like, and all the time it is like physical work, which you all the time like very dirty and very tired when you come home. So this is unpleasant stuff, and I hope like that I got enough brave or my balls grow enough to quit all the jobs which I don't like and try my best now in the internet. And that will be bullshit if I have like huge motivation actually right now, because I have experience with which I will compare everything, and I definitely don't want like to put myself in that situation again. So it is better work hard using the technology, be in a warm place, and when it is like too much warm, you might use conditioner to cool the place. Conditioner probably. Conditioning. Let's take two strings. Yeah, that was funny to listen with a laggy PC. Let's take one more example. Market sellers often performs a peculiar magic ritual. What does that mean? Peculiar. Своеобразный. Peculiar. A peculiar magic ritual. Specific. Okay. Singular, generis, idiomatic, specific. Peculiar. Peculiar magic ritual. They touch their merchandise with money, of course. This action on its own is absolutely deprived of power, therefore there is no real magic taking place. However, if the sailor believes in the power of the ritual, his belief alone will help him tune into the frequency of successful trading. The actual tuning occurs on a subconscious level. The sailor's mind is only aware of what is happening on the outside. The ritual works, but for some unknown reason, and it is actually doesn't work not by itself, but as a stage props. A stage props. I have no any idea what it means. Stage props.
Stage.
Сценический реквизит. Not by itself, but the stage props. The main part is played by the actor through energy. Almost every profession. Almost every profession has a similar magic ritual for a different situation. People believe in these rituals and use them successfully in order to tune into the frequency of successful life tracks and to get on top of the wave of success. Actually, it is not important what people believe in the magic quality of the ritual or in the tuning process. As you know, the only important thing is the practical result. Oh, my intonation was completely broken. Guys, give me just a few minutes. I just need to take little break, and I will be back very soon. Like 3-minute break. Hey, I'm back, guys. Hello. So, summary. Yeah, almost every professional has a similar magic ritual for different situations. People believe in these these rituals and use them successfully in order to tune into the frequency of the gospel. Why so many? So many. Okay, the friend is asking to play, not asking, but offering to play together in PUBG. Don't know what to have. Very strange feeling about that game. Actually, it is not important what people believe in the magic quality of the ritual or in the tuning process. As you know, the only important things is the practical result. Summary. The wave of success is an accumulation of favorable tracks on the space of variation. The flow of fortunate events follow only if you have been inspired by the first success. The flow of fortune events follows only if you have been inspired by the first success. Destructive pendulum take you away from the wave of success. Having freed yourself from the pendulums, you get the freedom of choice. Receiving and transmitting negative energy, you create your own hell. Receiving and transmitting positive energy, you create your own heaven. It is actually 2 a.m. here and I have work in 7 hours. Oh my god, and you will already have not enough sleep, so I'm gonna have to leave now. I hope you make it stream YouTuber. Once again, I wish you luck with that. Take care. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for warm words and for the following. I hope you will achieve whatever you want in your life too. So thank you so much for the best wishes. Good night. Take care. I thank you for follow. I hope next time you will see my channel, it will be a little bit bigger. Having freed yourself from the pendulum, you get the freedom of choice. Destructive pendulum take you away from the wave of success. Having freed yourself from the pendulums, you get the freedom of choice. Receiving and transmitting negative energy, you create your own hell. Receiving and transmitting positive energy, you create your own heaven. Your thoughts always return to you like a boomerang. Pendulum won't throw you off the wave if you have the habit of remembering. The habit of remembering is formed through a systematic practice. Okay guys, I'm done for now with the reading. I will stop the stream like in few minutes and start again, or probably I will create it immediately. I will start immediately. Yeah, I just will stop to separate two words and have like gameplay on a separated, not timeline. To have my gameplay as independent video, probably. I don't know.